Alright guys, haven't done a video in a while. As you can see, we got the Bigfoot 4x4 Pro Line wheels with the aluminum hubs. Did those, they look pretty sweet. A little detail on the tires. You know, we did change the TQ receiver out for a TQI. Did do the GTR shocks on it. The shock guard, because we don't want to ruin the shocks front and back. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I can. If you guys can see it. Cool thing about this is they did a black chassis on it, so it kind of matches everything. Did the millennial sticker on the back there so everybody knows it's a 3S. Badass. I did a stock Stampede light kit on it. The body's not clipped on right now, that's why the bulbs are showing. They actually do cut off like halfway, like right about here. But once the body's clipped on, you can really see it. But dude, it looks pretty sweet. We did a bunch of upgrades to it. Next ones are going to be the X01 dips with the beveled ring and pinion setup, so I can get a little bit more out of it. You know, better gears, shit like that. Oh, excuse me. Get rid of that. You know. Oh, sorry guys, dropped you. But yeah, so we did a bunch of work to this. Brushless setup, bands, shocks, different wheelie bar. Did not like the the Haas wheelie bar. I hate that thing. Truck just stands up too high. Front tires are spinning at like 100 miles an hour. Just doesn't look good. You know, if you take your time with your traxxas stuff, you can actually make it look good. Wires run nice. You know, a lot of people don't do that. They rush. They just don't care. You know. So what I did was I had the sway bar links at home. Put those in there. I don't know why they did the cutouts for them in the back. Those are basically for the JADO, but they're making these A-arms the next ones. So you're going to see those cutouts, but I don't know if they're ever going to reverse the sway bar link setups for it. I highly doubt it, because that one would be roid on top of it. It'd be like a straight bar. I don't see how that would work. I think I could see it working, but I really don't see it working. I did have to customize the sway bar a little bit and bend it, because it was hitting the newer shock towers. So the newer shock towers where the rod connect, the toe link connects, it's actually higher up, so you gotta customize your sway bars so they don't hit. The back is still the same. You should be fine. I did extend them a little bit so they would be over it, and they're a little bit wider now. If you look at it, pretty sweet, badass rear end. I did my shocks the right way this time. For some reason, I'm not getting serious squat out of them. Like before, you'd take that collet on the rear shock here, and you'd have to crank the thing halfway down to even get the thing to sit up normal. Right now, she's sitting pretty freaking level, and it looks pretty sweet. You know, this truck does come 2S. You know, that's not my style. I'm not buying a 2S battery just to run it for a little while and then do the power up on it. Traxxas is offering the power up on the BL2S now. So you can trade the BL2S in, do the power up, get a lot more speed and power out of it. Front end just looks like massive monster truck, like with those shock guards on it. Looks wicked badass. Another thing I noticed, they did a cutout, like a bump in the chassis right there for the motor. Like if you have the motor with the plastic end bell on it, right there, if you see it. So they cut that chassis and dropped it a little bit. You know, I did run the fans a little bit different this time. I called Traxxas and they said, do not plug this fan in to this with this wire. They said don't do that because you don't know the voltage coming out of it. And they couldn't get me the voltage, so they said don't do it. Run the fan right to the receiver. So that's what I did, but there's so many wires going in here that I said screw it, I'm going to cut it through the cap. I don't usually play in the water, so I don't have issues with it. You know, this thing's been outside quite a few times, and I don't have no salt damage to it, but damn, those hubs look freaking sweet. Pro Line, man, they know what the hell they're doing. The plastic hubs I don't like, because if you flip it or cartwheel it in some sort, the hubs do bend. mess shit up, ruin it. So, you know, a little bit of tire paint looks sick on the tires. Alright guys, short video, here you go.